Timestamp November 8th, 2025. It is just after midnight. I haven't been to bed yet. There was an auction that I needed to wait for. I wanted to go to bed, but there was an auction that I was waiting for that was Doctor Who stuff, not figures. Some bookmarks and art cards from the 80s that they didn't want a whole lot for them, and they're kind of cool. When they get here, I'll show you. And I got lucky; no one was bidding against me, so I'm happy with that. And I'm dying to open this other box. So. I'm going to open this, put the stuff away, and I'm going to go to bed. And I'm going to get up. It's going to be Saturday. Well, it is Saturday now, technically. And I'm going to do some work around the house. And I'm going to do some serious eBay. I got a lot of good stuff. Alright. Got another one of these guys going on. Oh, it's that one. Okay. Got a Dialect missing some parts. And it looks like it's also, was this the damaged Dialect Fae or something like that, I think? Maybe. Does that come off? Thought I knew what I was doing. Maybe I don't. Just chipped a claw. That doesn't happen easily. Have to mess with it later. Thought this was the one with the back panel opened. Maybe it is, I'm just not doing it right. I will deal with that later. So, this lot has some stuff in it that I want. And it also has a lot of doubles of really good stuff that I can turn. So, if you recall, I got one of these in one of the last lots. And I don't really need two. So I'm going to see which one's in the best shape and sell the other. Yes. I think you're in better shape. Oh, I think you're in much better shape. I'm going to grab the other one real quick. I'm watching you. That is not where I put it. Pulled out all my boxes. them in my Dialect box. I haven't started setting my Centauran Invasion there yet, but I will be doing that soon. Pretty sure you're the same figure. Yeah, you're the same figure. But remember, we discovered that the shoulder restraint, you can kind of see it's jagged, so it definitely snapped off. This one has it intact. And it's not, this one has a little bit of fade to it. This one's a lot more true to color. Yep. I have a better Davros now. I've got a pit bull now. Dialect. I will figure this out, but if nothing else, I'm pretty sure that's the one that opens. So I've got one of those. I'll figure it out. Mess with it later. Lots of popcorn. It's an efficient way of packing things, it's just messy. I usually shy away from it just because it gets there. It's like glitter, or craft turkeys as we call it around here. Gets stuck in things too. I'll have to Google Lens that because it may be the same exact figure. I don't know. Figure it out. It looks good though. It's actually got all its parts. How nice. I'm going to wind up having a pile of Dialect parts at the end of this, which, that's okay. You know. This lot had another, I like Captain Jack too. This one had another Face of Bo, so I'll be reselling one of those. Popcorn in every cranny. Tiny's outside was scrapped, so I'm gonna have to pause it here probably in a minute. You won't even notice that I'm gone. Popcorn in everything here. Yep. So handy. There we go. So, pull lever there. This one looks like it's in better shape than the other one that I got. So, hi Jack. I'll be switching those out too. It's a good problem to have. Oh no, better looking figures. Got a Jerry Skittle Dialect here. That's where the popcorn gets into everything. It's like frolicking on the beach. Sounds like a fun idea until eye stalk's a little bent, but otherwise he's in pretty good shape, looks like. You got all the parts. So much popcorn. Trying not to throw popcorn all over the floor as I extract a figure. This is, I don't remember the creature's name. This is the, I want to say it was the first episode with Donna. And David Tennant's doctor got a little dark in this one. A little dark in this one. We saw Angry Doctor. Who was pretty okay with basically taking life, which there's been some argument that he was very undoctor-like in that episode, but it really depends on your viewpoint. Because it's true, the doctor doesn't usually directly do the deed, but he's more than happy to let you do it to yourself. But in this one, he kind of did the deed. Might have been for greater good and with good reason and all that, but almost seems like that should open, but I don't think. Looks like it's all solid molded. So that's a fairly big piece. Intact, articulated too. This part doesn't move, but this does. And then of course moves here pretty good too. That's got some movement to it. She's so pretty. I'm sure her mom was very encouraging to her as a child, kind of way. And that's when moms and dads realized that maybe Doctor Who wasn't great for their toddler. That would scare the mess out. That episode would have been popcorn everywhere. I believe that's the Hoiks. May or may not already have one, and I'm not sure. Chip. Gotta feel bad for this guy. And not just because he has styrofoam up his gown. It's funny too, to me. So I think this guy you can get by himself or in a like a twin pack with Cassandra. And again, if you know, you know. And they also sell Cassandra as a single action figure. Really not a lot of action in that action figure. I feel like that's not exactly the right term for that. I mean, it's like a dirty trick that like mean parents would play on their kids. I'm gonna get you an action figure, you know, get you a Cassandra. I've known a couple dads like that over the years. Yeah, those people that you look back on and go, maybe you shouldn't have had kids. Maybe that wasn't a good job for you. Jadoon Trooper. Yeah, making sure it's a trooper. Helmet doesn't come off. My understanding is if you take the helmet off, there's actually no head underneath. It's fused on there. Got styrofoam up your skirt. Just gonna put you there for now. These are the rhino-looking warriors. Typically bounty hunters, mercenaries. Neat looking guys. That's another one that I want to kind of put together something of an army with. Good. I'm pretty sure I already have this one. And I'm saying good because I do the pairing when I do auctions and whatnot. I'm going to pair this with one of the Davroses. Good looking Tom Baker, 4th Doctor. Possibly one of the most, other than a Dalek, which I won't be parting with, the most appropriate character to put with a Davros for sale. Love these characters. I've got a couple of these by now. It's another one that I wouldn't mind. I think they did the white gown as well. The Sisterhood. They're basically nurses. They're taking care of the face of Bo and other patients. They are a cat humanoid. And I love the look of these guys. Guys, ladies, what have you, but just really cool. They're better without the popcorn though. Yeah, I don't need 20 of those, but I wouldn't mind 5, 6. Yeah, I think I paid 70 or 80 for the slot. One of the werewolves from Tooth and Claw, I believe. These go for 30 or 40 by themselves. Because look, keeping it real. That was a David Tennant Rose episode. And you can see the scale. He's standing on the same surface as Tom Baker here. Put him next to the Jadoon Trooper. They're huge. And I'm very picky about my lupines. I am. Family pride and all. This is a fantastic looking werewolf. And he's 9 inches tall, 10 inches tall. Towers above. The detail on them is really good. These actually do have the full shoulder articulation, not just Kenners. So you can have, and the way the hands set, you can actually have them like in full lupine mode. Honestly, the only other werewolf figures that I found that I thought were as good are, and hard to get. I know I have a few. The Dog Soldiers. Dog Soldiers is a wonderfully... Yes, there are some plot divots. I wouldn't call them holes. But as far as a more modern day werewolf movie, Dog Soldiers. If you want to watch a werewolf movie that has a certain melancholy-ness to it, Ginger Snaps. Also, that one's kind of bent. Good though. And of course, American Werewolf in London. I didn't think Paris was all that good. It was very try-hard. And I did not like Cursed, despite the fact that it was Christina Ricci, I believe, right? That one, they got a lot wrong about what makes wolves wolves. So I have a problem with that from the writing standpoint. The plot holes are in that they didn't actually understand the project, in my opinion. Great idea, done poorly. Mostly characters, the way they're written. Nope. Nope. Another Gelb zombie. And as I indicated before, I'm probably going to keep a few of these because very period clothing, which I can mod and I can do stuff with these. And she already obviously has the whole I am unwell look going on. Say. There's so much popcorn in here, my God. A Slovene. Enough with the static. Wow. The other thing I hate about popcorn, you get that static going on, it just will not get off of you. Oh, and it's in the shoulder groove. Really? It's kind of annoying. So, rather unpleasant. I think I already have one of these, but that's one that I could have a second of. There's a few things in here that, because it frees me up on the Dialek, I forget what that's called, frees me up on the Davros, Tom Baker. I want to say I spent like 70 or 80 on this lot. I'll get that back right there. Another Dialek sec. I seem to get one of these in like every auction. I'll be reselling that. And there were actually 2 chips in this one, so I'll be selling one of them. This one's in worse shape, so I'll be selling this one. I'm still giggling because the Cassandra action figure. It's just like, she's basically wall art. Space Pig. Okay, I am saving these. This is like my fourth Space Pig, and I've got one or two of the Laszlos, which is from Jason and the Dialects in Manhattan episode. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the pig hybrids and Space Pigs, but I'm going to do something funny. And I'm not going to say anything, I'm just going to... Not today, not this week. So I'm probably going to reset it like every month. I got to get the Centauran one worked out first. I think I've got everything out of here. So much popcorn. I mean, you know, thank you for protecting it coming from the UK, but I like it with butter and seasoning salt, not... But yeah, this I've got 4 or 5 figures that I'm going to resell. And again, that frees up the Dialect... Oi! Guys, chill out. Frees up the Dialect chamber, whatever... I forget what that is. So I'm going to resell one of those. Now I have 2 Davroses. I may sell one of the Davroses with that. And one with the Tom Baker. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Yep. Cool. Yeah, doing the math. I'll make my money back. Maybe make an extra $5-10 on top. Yeah, because the Tom Baker, honestly, I'm seeing them going for in good shape, and that's in great shape. They're going for 30. You know, I got a couple of figures in here that are 10, 20, 30. I need to make back 80. Yeah, actually, I might make an extra 20 or 30 on top. I'm okay with that. Make 20 or 30 bucks profit and got some really good toys, including a Davros that is in great shape. This makes me happy. Looking at the picture, I thought he was in better shape than the ones that I had already, but I wasn't positive, and yeah. He's unbroken, if nothing else. So that's cool. And I will make sure and photograph and show, hey, this part's broken. But a lot of other people that do this sort of thing do this sort of thing, and they can either have extra parts lying around, or they can fix it, or they can modify it. Because I could have just, what I was going to do was just basically cut off the 2 little nubs that indicate that there is something that should have been there. That way it just looks like he has the right shoulder restraint, and there never has been a left shoulder restraint. It's kind of what I was going to do. But now I don't have to. And I can make this somebody else's problem. But if somebody's looking for a Davros, that's a really good way to start. The other one's even more banged up, but is what is. It's still functional. And at the end of some of the episodes, Davros is sometimes the worse for wear, so, you know, he's battle damaged. You know, kind of. Cool. I'm going to put these away. I'm going to clear this and clear... Oh, God, you guys. I'm going to take some of the figures off the Centauran shelf over there. The Doctor Who shelf I'm going to be doing Centauran with. Because I keep putting figures on there because I'm like, am I doing something with it? and I need to make final cuts. And I'll start setting it up probably tomorrow at some point. That'll be one of the things that I will reward myself with after getting some tasks done. Is I'm gonna set this entire shelf, you know. And I've got a whole big old pile of Star Wars on top of that on the shelf above it. I'm gonna set that as a reward. And that's the hutch whatnot that has the light, the overhead light. And I changed out the regular bulb for a purple LED bulb, so it should make a neat, maybe like a moonlight kind of effect, I'm hoping. But it should look pretty cool. Health check, I feel fine, tired, that's it. Some new toys. Cool. Oh. So. Must be careful how we dispose of that box because I don't want popcorn everywhere. And the danger is real. Another space pig. Oh, I think I have like 4 of them. I think I have 4 of those and like 2 Laszlos. Not sure what I'm going to do yet, but I'm going to do something. And I know Pix is going to walk by because it'll be, you know, Autons the night before. She's going to walk by and be like, what is going on here? It'll be fun. And I'll tell you all about it. It'll be great. We're going to laugh together. Yeah. Cool. Alright. Let me go ahead and call it there. Put these away. I'm going to get some sleep. This is me tired. Yeah. Alright. Make it a great day.